Got the dogs out for a little run between rain showers. Rosie and Brandy, they didn't make it in here. You know, when you're dealing with border collies and you open a gate to let them in, they go into that whole sheep herding thing and they want to go around everybody and they want to, I don't know, they think too much sometimes. And so they missed their chance to come in. I might be able to get them in a minute, but I got a situation. Hey, girls, I got a situation with the Eskimos wanting to kill my chickens. Now I got the Eskimos as adults, so I'll be doing a video on how I handle that. So a lot of times people want to keep their dog away from things that, you know, oh, they kill chickens, so we're going to keep them away from the chickens. No, we're not going to keep them away from the chickens. We're going to teach them not to kill the chickens. Just like that Eskimo there, little Buzzy. And I got him as a 1-year-old adult. And they told me, oh, you can't let him run with other male dogs. Well, there's an intact male. Where's the rest of the other two are down, I don't know. There's Matt, he's intact. Shelby's down at the pond, he's intact. Storm, I don't know where Storm went. Oh, here he is. He's intact. So, you know, it's like, you can't run him with another male dog, really? Well, that's just a lack of leadership. You know, he was on a little bit of a learning curve when he first came, and once in a while he'll have a transgression. But, you know, every opportunity, every time your dog makes a mistake, instead of getting your nose bent out of shape about it, it's just an opportunity to train, you know? None of my dogs will kill chickens, but the Eskimos came as adults, and one day they were out and boom, you know, they got one of my chickens. So I'm gonna have to work them on that. And no, they're not gonna spend the rest of their life isolated from my chickens. They're gonna learn. See, here's what dogs have to understand. As soon as you teach a dog this most important lesson, then a lot of that stuff just stops happening. And what I teach my dogs is everything on this farm belongs to me. The chickens belong to me. The ducks belong to me. The horses belong to me. The toys, the ball, your bed, your food. You, each individual dog, belongs to me. So each individual dog is expected to respect my stuff. And, you know, Buzz came here and he thought he was going to run the show. And he learned real quick. You know, I mean, it's been 10 months. It's been a process, but, you know, you can't expect a dog that's been doing something. You know, that's another thing. You can't expect a dog that's been doing something a certain way to just change instantly. You've got to work on it a little bit. But, you know, he's finally figured out everything here belongs to me. Nothing belongs to the dog. And all of these other dogs belong to me, and he needs to respect my stuff. And my stuff meaning the other dogs, in his case. And these other Eskimos are going to learn my stuff includes the chickens. And I will do, when it stops raining, I'm going to do a session on teaching a dog to leave chickens alone. So, you know, I also wanted to talk today about what I really came out here to talk about was excitement. Excitement in dog training. If you saw my Dog Training 101 and my Dog Training 101 Part 2, you'll notice that I don't do things the way the treat trainers do it. They're constantly cheerleading and jumping up and down and congratulating dogs for doing the simplest, stupidest things and really dumbing not only the dogs down. She jumped in that 100-gallon tank yesterday. See if she's gonna do it. It's full of water. Oh, she's so silly. Anyway, they've dumbed dog training down to the point where, you know, it's like they I don't know. Dog training has gone so far off the rails. I mean, anyway, if you saw my 101 Dog Training 101 and Dog Training 101 Part 2, I don't act like a fool when I'm training my dog. I'm very matter of fact. I'm not cheerleading it. I'm not jabbering at it constantly. I'm not bent over with a treat stuck in its nose, walking around bent over. I just be myself. Come here, Rush, bring the ball. And bring the ball. Bring it. Get the ball and bring it. That's a little closer. Oh, we'll take it. But, you know, so I don't use excitement when I'm training my dogs. But when you have, especially a young dog, and a high drive dog. Okay, high drive, what does that mean? Lots of energy, lots of go, lots of desire to go, do, and see. Let's see, there's Buzz over there with 2 of my intact males. And he knows, leave him alone. Then, you know, they want excitement, but during dog training is not the time for excitement. So what I do is something like this. I've got my dogs out. I'm letting them do whatever they want. I'm throwing the ball. They run down to the pond. They swim. They chase the ball. They run back and forth. And this is their time. And I'm still not acting excited, but they get to be excited. Do you see the difference? They get to be excited right now. And you don't need to cheerlead your dog. Yes! Oh! Good doggy! Get that ball, Nikita! Yeah, yeah. You know, that kind of stuff is done during like fly ball or dog sports where, yeah, and I really, honestly, they don't really need to be doing it then, but that's when they do it. And, you know, there's a lot of screaming and yelling, and to keep that dog's drive way up because it has to race, you know, it has to race all day Saturday, it has to race all day Sunday. And so they want to keep the drive up. But quite frankly, when you have a dog, look at him thinking about getting it on with Storm. Well, guess what'll happen? Guess what'll happen? I'll reach out and touch you. Bring me the ball. So certain times when you have high drive dogs like this, they need to get out and let their hair down and run and be excited and be as excited as they want to be. But I don't get excited. So there's the difference. You know, I'm always going to be steady for these dogs so that they feel like they kind of like the playground monitor. You know, when you're in elementary school, you're out running and you're having a good time, but you always know that playground monitor has her or his eyes on you, and it kind of helps to keep you to check it, you know. Check your attitude at the door and don't start a fight and don't overdo it. But I believe that I've said this before, I've beat this drum before, but if you'll get your dog out and let it have a really, really, really good run, play some ball. If you don't have a big area, play some tug. Get you one of those horse training flags and teach it to, play with that. You've seen my videos on that. But they need maybe 15 minutes of that 3 times a day, 1 to 3 times a day, depending on your dog, 15 to 20 minutes of hard exercise. And the more free they can be during that exercise, if you have a fenced in area where they can run, or if you trust your dog off leash somewhere where it can run, if you can do that, then a lot of behavior problems just fade away because it's a drive that they have. They want to run and see and do and go. So I'm out here between rain showers, and who's got the ball? And I'm running these dogs. You know, everybody's getting a nice long tongue. Everybody's heaving their breath. You know, that's what you want because that is what they want. But I am staying calm. I will always stay calm, whether we are training or we are playing. Unless we're doing sport, fly ball or something like that, I might get a little more animated. But, you know, even when I was showing in confirmation, and I'd be at a confirmation class, they'd be saying, oh, say this to your dog and do this to your dog. It's like, no, that's stupid. I'm not doing that. You know, a lot of the stuff that these dog trainers have come up with is just to keep them employed. You know, they've made dog training so complicated with all the treats and all this stuff that doesn't work because they don't want to lose their job. If you really knew how easy it is to train a dog, you'd never go to a dog trainer. I think puppy classes are important for socialization, things like that, but really, seriously, they don't want you to know how easy it is to train a dog, and they try to make it as tough and complicated as possible, so you will need them. But anyway, that's it for today. I'm just out enjoying the dogs. I'm going to walk 3 laps around this pasture, which is a mile, so I can get my steps too. So see, they've had this big run. This video is 10 minutes long, so they've been running, but now I'm going to walk a mile, and they're going to walk with me. And then they'll be ready to go in and chew on their bully stick or whatever for the afternoon, because I need to go run some errands. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you haven't done so. Appreciate it. Set aside time each day for spirited play. Play tug with your dog. Throw the ball, do some fetch, some frisbee. Go out for a good run. But just use excitement during those times. Don't use excitement during your training. Keep training very low key, just like I showed you in the Leash Training 101 and Leash Training 101 Part 2. If you stay calm, you stay steady, you stay consistent, your dog will too. So thanks for watching.